once you're inside Joomla, you may be spending a lot of time editing menus, creating menus, and things like this. So the edit menu and create menu screens are identical. So if we were to go to menus, I'm going to show you how we got here. You know how you got here. Menus, add new menu item, lands us on this screen. If we come to the specific page, depending upon what kind of menu item we're dealing with a single article here in this instance. If we check the item here and then hit edit, we're going to land on a very similar looking page. Over here on the right are going to be the parameters that are relevant or significant to or related to this single article. If we change the type of menu that we've got into featured articles, you'll notice that these all change. So we want to make sure that we're looking at the same thing here, and we are on the edit menu item page. So in a nutshell, it's basically the same, and it changes based on what we have in here, what kind of menu item type. So this menu edit page is going to change. The right hand side behind here is going to change based on what type of menu item we have. So we can create lots of different menu types. So we can create a list of all contact categories and single contacts, links to featured contacts. We can create a link in a menu to create an article. If someone wants to, we want to allow website users to create articles on our website, we can do that. So when you land on this page, though, the specifics of this page are pretty important. You're going to select your item type. What are you creating a link to in your menu? And then you've got the menu title. So this is the menu item title, what's going to show up in the menu. Again, read your tooltips. The alias you can leave alone and let the system generate that. The notes field, you can enter a note here for yourself. The link here, the links will automatically populate, so go ahead and leave that alone. You've got the status of this link. Is it published or unpublished, or is it trashed? The access level, which is which group has access to see this link. Is it public or for registered users only, or for special users only? The menu location, which menu the link's going to appear in. The parent item is what link. Is it a root level link, or is it going to show up underneath our history or services, things like this. Once you save, ordering will become available. So if you're putting this link in the main menu, and then within the main menu we've got history, home, services, events, careers. If we have it showing up at the root level, we can then order it and make it show up above services. It's going to show up at the bottom by default, I believe. The target window is where we're sending users. Are we giving them a new window with navigation, new window without navigation, or just letting them show up in the current window that we're in? The default page, we're going to ignore that just for now and go ahead and read the tooltip. The language, you have your template style. The link title attribute for the main menu, you definitely want to put that in there. And you've got link CSS styles, where we can assign, it's an option, custom style to apply to the menu hyperlink itself. Then we have a link image, an optional image to be used with the menu hyperlink. And then add menu title. And this is it's optional as well, but it says if the optional image is added, this adds the menu title next to the image. The default is yes. You can play with some of these settings and see how they render on your website and how it makes the layout look a little bit. Page display options, pretty straightforward. This is going to be depending upon what we're generating here, we want to give it a custom title tag for search engine optimization. If you're choosing to show the page heading, it's going to become the H1 tag on your page, and this is where you would type that in under page heading. Again, for search engine optimization purposes, you might want to use keywords in there. And then a page class. This is optional CSS classes that we can add elements to this page for individual styling of this specific page. If we're going to do that, we can create our CSS class in template.css and then refer to it from here. The metadata options, typically we're going to be generating a dynamic page, so we want to put custom meta descriptions and keywords. Go ahead and adjust our robots if needed. And the security here, if we're dealing with SSL certificates, do we need to ignore them or not? You may or may not see the Fusion menu, split menu, and the module assignments for this menu item, so we're going to ignore those right now. On the top right, you've got save, save and close, save and new, and cancel, and these work the same way they do throughout every page in Joomla. And I hope that helps. Thanks.